On the Indian peninsula, the landscape around Hampi looks almost extraterrestrial. Massive granite boulders, appearing like fused drops of mercury, are balanced across a terrain defined by giant natural formations. Yet nestled among these rocks are the ruins of a city that once rivaled the greatest capitals on Earth. In the 1520s, the Portuguese trader Domingo Paes described a metropolis as large as Rome, filled with a population that transformed this rocky wilderness into a global hub of trade. This was the capital of King Krishna Deva Raya. Paes recorded that the king followed a rigid personal discipline, rising early to drink a daily dose of oil before starting an intense session of physical exercise to prepare for the demands of the throne. The king's ambitions went far beyond simple conquest. He engineered a capital city built in distinct, functional layers, using a concentric layout to organize everything from military defense to the daily lives of his citizens. To understand how a commander focused on military expansion also nurtured a culture of high art and poetry, we have to look at the physical layout of the city, moving from the heavy outer defenses into the specialized chambers at its center. The first layer of defense is the Tungabhadra River, providing a natural moat that secured the settlements and served as the region's primary lifeline. Beyond the river, the city was enclosed by 7 concentric layers of massive stone walls. This 32-kilometer innermost ring was built with dry masonry granite blocks, with some sections rising as high as 36 feet. This fortified security created a safe environment for a massive global marketplace. Traders worldwide traveled to Hampi to sell goods within these endless stone colonnades. For the architects of Hampi, military security was the primary economic requirement. It allowed the city to safely manage and warehouse the immense wealth generated by international trade. Moving into the mill ring, we find the Vitala temple. It features extravagant structures like this stone Garuda chariot with heavy wheels and intricate carvings. Within the Maha Mandapa pavilion, the pillars themselves are pieces of acoustic engineering. These slender columns, carved from single blocks of granite, were designed to produce distinct musical notes when tapped. Nearby, the Virupaksha temple is dominated by this Raja Gopuram, which rises 165 feet high. While the temple has been a site of worship for 1,400 years, the building's design hides a specific physical phenomenon. In a dark inner chamber, an inverted image of that exterior tower appears. The room functions like a pinhole camera. Because light travels in straight lines, rays from the top strike the bottom, and rays from the bottom strike the top, flipping the image. In this middle ring, the architects integrated principles of optics and acoustics directly into the religious structures, creating spaces that functioned as interactive scientific demonstrations. The innermost ring housed the royal enclosure, which required a complex infrastructure to stay functional. These stone channels and elevated aqueducts transported water across kilometers to feed the palace grounds. This water was channeled into elaborate public baths and private royal pools. Structures like the Queen's Bath featured balconies and arched corridors surrounding a sunken central pool, designed for the comfort of the court. The architecture here shows a blend of different cultural influences. In the Kamal Mahal, Islamic-style multi-lobed arches are used to support a traditional Hindu temple roof structure. This environment allowed King Krishna Deva Raya to focus on his work as a poet. This period of prosperity ended abruptly in 1565. An alliance of neighboring kingdoms breached the city's defenses. The palaces reportedly burned for weeks, and the once great capital was completely deserted. From the top of the Mahanavami Dibba, the platform where the king once looked over his empire, the scale of the loss is clear. This massive stone plinth is all that remains of the palace, as every wooden structure built upon it was destroyed. While the empire's wealth was looted and its wooden buildings were reduced to ash, the granite infrastructure proved permanent. The massive walls, the water channels, and the temples remained. Hampi remains a World Heritage Site because the engineering and poetry of this era proved more permanent than its armies. The city was burned, but the structural brilliance of its golden age outlasted the fire.